We have a high school student who was tasered at a basketball game. All right, we have video of this. This took place in a Pennsylvania high school, Monessen High School in Pennsylvania. It's a graphic, in my opinion, it's very violent and graphic video. Okay, it made me super uncomfortable. And this whole situation started out because two female students got into a fight, and then this huge, brawl happened.
I might have a controversial opinion on this, but let's watch. I think we're going to get to in my opinion, the most objectionable part in a second. We've already seen two tase, if you were paying attention, tasings. He tased him at the end, though, right?
He did tase him in the end, yes, after he took off his jacket or his sweater.
Right. All right, now here's the thoughts. All right, number one, of course, it's always chilling when you hear the sound of the taser, and of course you immediately think,
"Don't tase me, bro! Don't tase me!"
Now, having said that, I hated the last one because you saw it. They had him under control and they're leading him out, and it was gratuitous. The guy like reaches in, is like, one last time for good measure. But the ones before that, I don't know, man. The crowd's out of control. There was a lot of aggressive movement. If you don't do the taser there, where do you do it?
I still don't think that the taser was necessary at that point. Look, you're a police officer. I don't care if you're school police, city police, whatever, okay? You're a police officer. You obviously know how to control a person physically without using a weapon. He did not need to use that taser in that situation. He could have grabbed the guy some way, somehow, controlled him, put him in handcuffs, and it's over. I would argue that as soon as he began tasing that student, the crowd went wild. Everyone went crazy, and that made the situation worse.
Well, that's a good argument, right? But we saw the beginning of the video, the crowd seemed a little out of control to begin with, okay? And if you're a cop in that situation or security or whatever, now understand, of course, the huge caveat is we weren't there, so it's hard to see it just from the context of that video. Having said that, man, I'd have been a little nervous about what was going on. Would I have tried to detain him in the people that you need to detain in other ways? Of course, right? But my problem is with when they have somebody down, which is what we see all the time, and they tase them anyway. And they got him handcuffed, and they tase them anyway. They tase like little old ladies, et cetera, right? In this case, I didn't see it from looking at the video as that outrageous, because the situation was definitely a little out of control. And there was a lot of aggressive movement by guys. They weren't down, and they were making movements towards the security, etc. So, I'd have to look at the whole context, but my initial gut reaction to it is, except for the last one, when he's tasing him out the door, which is unacceptable, I didn't see it as that crazy.
But, okay, the second student who was tased, right? You have to understand, at first they tried to control him physically, right, without the taser, and it didn't work. And then he backed up and he took his sweater off. And I mean, when you take the sweater off, what does that mean? That's a gesture indicating like, come on, let's get it on. I'm about to get physical. That's when they tased him. And when they
that makes
tased him,
sense, right?
yeah, that made sense, right? But then when they handcuffed him and tased him after he was handcuffed, that's ridiculous.
Right,
And
we all
unnecessary.
agree on that.
Yeah.
We all agree on that. And if I was the police commissioner or whatever, I'd ask, that'd be my first question. Why were you tasing him out the door?
Right.
You already had him detained. So we all completely agree on that. The rest of it is we're probably going to need more context, et cetera, to make it. But it was an interesting disagreement.